Hey you guys, how's everybody doing? I've decided to show up authentically every time I show up, so I wanted to share something with you guys. I just got back from a meeting where I picked up my 4-year token. 4 years clean and sober. I'm sure you read what I posted earlier, and I literally just stopped crying because I can't believe how my life has changed in 4 years. When I talk about being unfuckwithable, it was really born out of this struggle and out of me 4 years ago walking away from the life that I knew that was very high level. I had a business that was doing really well, but it was sucking the life out of me. And I knew that I had a major problem, and I decided to get help. And my whole thing, I hope I don't start crying again, my whole thing in life is to, be super transparent about what I've gone through and the choices that I've made that have sucked, and what I did to get through them and what worked for me, because I really feel that I'm here to help people fast track through the bullshit that we put ourselves through. And I have to just say that, like, 4 years ago, I had a lot of money. I had a lot of property. I had 2 cars. I was, living the life. I was traveling whenever I wanted. I had 4 nannies taking care of my kids, and I was fucking miserable. And I was doing work that I hated, and I knew that it just didn't sit right with my soul. And I was numbing out from a lot of trauma that I experienced at a younger age. And just, I lost my husband right after my 3rd child was born. That was about 9 years ago. And then I, got into another marriage that was abusive and horrible. And that marriage ended, and I just went on like a downward spiral and really stepped out of my power and really allowed myself to be just beaten up by life, and beat myself up in the process, caused all kinds of issues for my family. And I made a decision to change it. I made a decision. I knew there was something better. And in that knowing that something was better, I walked away from everything. Every bit of security that I had, I walked away from, because I knew that something better was coming. And so for those of you who are working with me right now, you guys know that, like, I don't give a voice to your fears when you're telling me, that something horrible just happened or whatever, because I fully chose to put myself in that place 4 years ago. I fully chose to not know. I was able to support myself for about a year. When I shut everything down, financially, I was able to take care of everything for about a year. And after that, I had to figure it out. And let this be a testimony to you guys that your soul always knows the way. You always know what your next move is. You always know the right thing to do. You just need to trust it. And you need to, burn the bridges that aren't serving you. I literally burned the ships, burned the bridges, and set myself on a whole new path. And today I'm celebrating the fact that I'm really living the life of my dreams. I really am living exactly the way that I want to. Yes, there's room to grow. Yes, there's room to scale. Yes, there's, financial goals that I'm wanting to reach, but I know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm reaching them. And I want that for you guys too. I'm not going to do a big pitch for Unfuckwithable. I just wanted to jump on here because I was feeling super emotional. I wanted to share because that's what I'm doing now. I'm just showing up authentically. And when I feel, led or guided to share something, I'm going to share it. Even if it's vulnerable, and even if it, if I'm second guess myself, I'm still going to hit live and share it. So I hope this helped, anyone who may have needed to hear what I had to say. And I'll end with a short sentence to remind you that Unfuckwithable is closing enrollment next week. If you're ready to step out of fear and anxiety and, worrying about what people think of you, if you're not showing up authentically and you know that, let me turn a light on. If you're not showing up authentically and something's telling you that there's more out there for you, and you need help getting there, join us in Unfuckwithable. Enrollment's closing next week. We're kicking it off. and it's going to be amazing. I love you guys. Good night.